Hi everybody, I'm back again with my third session with you from our kitchen to yours. I hope you have had a wonderful week and you have been cooking with your family and enjoying your dinners and lunch, the new recipes you received. Today I have got a recipe which is very easy again and full of good stuff in it. It's called frittata, an Italian dish, which if you may know. If you don't, it's a kind of quiche which is without crust, so it's easier to assemble. It's also full of possibilities of putting different vegetables in it, different kind of meat, leftover vegetables in your fridge that you don't know what to do with them. If you don't want to make a soup, you can make it into a frittata. They make them usually, for brunches, lunch or dinner. They can be eaten cold or hot. It can go into a sandwich. So the possibilities are endless. So let's try with us this recipe for next week, and I love to hear from you. For this frittata, we need a head of broccoli. I have two small heads, so that will make like one big head of broccoli. You will need one white onion, big one diced or sliced. I have 2 cloves of garlic. I have got 1 red pepper diced, 6 eggs, 1/4 cup of milk, cottage cheese, Parmesan cheese, and my spices are pepper, salt, garlic, I think I said, and nutmeg. Nutmeg makes it very tasty. And I'm gonna use some tomatoes, some small tomatoes or cherry tomatoes to garnish it. You start by trimming your broccoli, and then you kind of cut it in florets, which is like a small pieces. You can use a knife if you want. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna be cooked and everything is gonna mix. So you start by putting a skillet on your stove on high heat. Put a couple of tablespoons oil in it, olive oil or regular oil. Make it warm. What we are gonna do is we are gonna stir fry or saute all these vegetables. I'm gonna start with broccoli that I have already cut. Gonna put all the broccolis in. You fry a little bit the broccoli first. Throw your onion in and keep it stir frying for a couple of minutes until your broccoli is a little bit cooked and your onion is translucent. Maybe 7 minutes. Now the onions are a little bit translucent. I'm gonna add the red pepper and keep sauteing for another few minutes or stir frying. We are gonna put this mixture of vegetable in a big bowl. Now in a bowl, you grab and you put 1/2 cup of cottage cheese, quarter cup of milk, and I am gonna break 6 eggs here. 6 lovely free-range eggs. Then you are gonna put your salt, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, or maybe quarter teaspoon, and I'm gonna put a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg. And you are gonna whisk it until everything is mixed really well before you pour it on your veggies. This mixture goes on the top of our broccoli mix. Mix everything well, and this will be your frittata. Now we have to look for a pan to put this in and bake it. Transfer this mixture into a pan, glass dish, or if you have any square or rectangle dish, you just put them here. And we are gonna top this with some Parmesan cheese. And if you want, you can add, if you had, let's say, some leftover chicken, you could have put in the mixture. That would have been nice too, or some ham if you like. But this is completely vegetarian, so I'm gonna put some Parmesan cheese on top. And put it in the oven. Chop a few cherry tomatoes in the middle, and we are gonna put this on the top of the frittata. Halfway through baking time, I'm gonna put these tomatoes on top because they're small, so they can get burned if I had put it from beginning. This gives it a lot of flavor. Also, it looks nice. Now I'm gonna put it back in the oven again to bake maybe another 10 or 15 minutes. Our frittata is ready. It took approximately 40 minutes. If your oven is a little bit slow, you can leave it longer. What you want is this crust on the top and firm. When you touch it, it doesn't bounce back, so it means everything is cooked. Let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes again so it cools down, and you're gonna loosen with a butter knife all the sides, so it's easier when we cut it to take it out. Really has a nice texture, firm. I'm gonna cut it in small pieces. first one is always the most difficult one to take out, but after it's gonna be easier. I'm gonna serve my frittata with some mixed greens, or if you don't have any greens, you can do maybe some coleslaw if you have some cabbage in the fridge, or some carrots, grated carrots. And simple as it is, it's really delicious. Give it a try. Put the stuff that you have in your fridge and you don't know what to do with it, and mix and match, and you will get a lovely frittata. Enjoy your week and happy cooking, and I will see you next week.